I'm Brittany Huntoon, owner and organizer of Brittany Huntoon Professional Organizing. Welcome to day one of my 3-day workshop, where we will be learning how to set our New Year's goals and intentions for this year, as well as setting up routines and mastering our to-do lists. So this is going to be good. You aren't going to want to miss it. So to get started, I have created a workbook that I'll put in the chat box. You can go ahead and download it, print it out, and use it to follow along with the next 3-day lessons. So today we will be setting up our goals and intentions for the new year. Now I have like a 4-step system that I use to set up my goals and intentions for the new year. I will say that I first turn off all distractions, hit that do not disturb button on your phone, and set the mood. Make yourself some tea, find a quiet space, or if you're doing this as a family, make a favorite snack, preferably a healthy one, and just create the mood and the mindset, and the expectations with your family and with yourself, with what you're going to be doing for the next, 30 minutes to an hour. I recommend setting aside time to do this. So the first step in creating our New Year's goals and intentions is to begin with the end in mind. So what do I mean by this? I mean, imagine yourself at the end of this year, the middle of this year. What kind of person have you become? What kind of things did you do and experience? I want you to think with the end in mind. So you want to think about also all the different aspects of your life. So think about your work. If you work, your professional life. You want to think about your family, relationships. You want to think about your physical body goals, your mental health, self-care. What did that look like this year? Just all the things. What goals do you have for this year? What do you want to do, try, and experience? So I recommend on a scrap piece of paper, just either brain dumping all the things in your head that you can think of that you'd like to do this year. And some of these might not even be this year. These might be long-term goals as well. So just write them all down on a paper. So you might want to take about 10 to 15 minutes. Feel free to hit pause, take 10, 15 minutes and go ahead and just brainstorm, brain dump all the things in your head that you'd like to do or experience this year. All right. And then when you come back to me, we will work on step 2. So in step 2 is pick a word or phrase or theme for this year based on your big picture exercise. So that is that brain dump, brainstorming that you did. You want to notice, how did you feel? Are there any feeling words in there? Or just, imagine yourself, how would you feel, having accomplished or achieved some of these goals? And so base your word, I suggest basing your word or phrase off of some of those feeling words. So some suggestions to get you started are to pick a word of hope, something that describes a change for the better, or something to hold on to, when times get tough. How do you want to feel this year? What kind of person do you want to be? Some examples of word phrases that you can use for your word of the year would be like rise up, becoming, intention, focused, determined. So something along those lines. So I like to do, a lot of reflecting here as well to help me come up with my word of the year. So I recommend looking at your brainstorm page and then also doing some reflection. What was one thing that you wished you had done better? Or, what is something that you hoped to be more of, or just something along those lines. So, and this is different for everybody. All right, so moving on to step 3. Now, step 3 is choosing the top 1 to 3 things in your brainstorm exercise. I recommend picking just like maybe the main one, but no more than 3 aspects to focus on this year. So what would mean the most to you to accomplish, start, or do this coming year? Write these goals down in the category that makes the most sense to you. So on the workbook that I created, I believe it's like on the 3rd page. Yeah. It's titled 2021 Intentions and Goals. And then there are different categories. So I like to really approach this process very holistically. So there are different aspects of our lives that make us all unique, but also that make us whole too. So I have some different categories, to get you started here. So I have like body, physical is a category, or aspect of life. So what would be your body or physical goal that you would like to achieve, this year? It could be, getting fit, it could be, maybe losing weight, or it could be something as, something does, as learn to be comfortable in your own skin. That could also be a goal too, for body and physical. Mental health and self-care is the next category. I feel like this is one of those aspects of life that I know I can, kind of just put on the back burner, or ignore, or, I could do a lot better at. So I feel like that was an important goal category to put down. So self-care could be something as simple as creating a self-care, routine. What does that look like for you? And then the next category is spiritual and mindfulness. So depending on your beliefs, I feel like this is something that's really important to put down and to have goals, or a theme or an intention for throughout the year. So there's some space to write your goals there. Education and continued learning. Is this the year that you will, finally finish that degree, or start to earning your master's degree? Or this could be something that is even, self-taught too. So I feel like that's, an important thing that, is important to have. It's important to have a goal for, or an intention for. Work and professional. So this is if you are a professional, if you work, if you volunteer, anything like that. You have, you can put your goals under that category. The next one is personal and family and relationships. So there's space there to write a personal goal or two, as well as your family and relationships. So, your personal goals could be, learn how to watercolor, or learn to, snowboard. That's something that's kind of a goal for me, or something that I would like to do. So, or a personal goal could be just learn to incorporate gratitude throughout the day, or ways to celebrate life, throughout my day to day. That could be a personal goal. And then family and relationships, that's family, friends, anything like that. You can put your goals down there. So, but like I said, you want to pick ideally just like 1 or 2, but no more than 3 main goals in each of these categories to focus on, or whatever life aspects that you have specifically. Be as specific as you want with it. So, and just have, like I said, a few goals. You don't want too many goals, because then that can be too much. And then I know for me, if it's too much, I can throw in the towel and just walk away and be like, forget it all. So just the ones that you want to accomplish this year that are important to you, that are very meaningful for you. So now, if you have any other remaining goals or intentions that are still on your brainstorm or bucket list, I recommend putting them on your 2021 bucket list. So I created a page here, or you can start your own, or if you have a digital, if you like to put everything in your phone, notes, things like that, you can just create a bucket list, inside your phone as well. But I like to put stuff on paper, because then I like to, you can hang it on the bulletin board, put it on your fridge, in your planner, anything like that. So I recommend putting all of the other remaining, especially if they are more long-term goals. So a dream of mine is to visit Scotland one day and tour the castles and just really, take in Scotland. So probably not going to do that this year. But that might be, the next 3 to 5 years. So that's more of a longer term goal. So that is something that I can put on my bucket list. And then, you can just put anything that you want, on the bucket list. But it is helpful to have a place to put it, to get it, from your mind onto paper, and to have that visual. So that is how I like to start writing out my goals, setting my goals. I have to think, well, what are my goals? We covered that. How do I want to feel this year? What kind of person do I want to be or become this year? And then also getting specific about the goals and intentions for this year. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want? What do you want to do? And then the final step in this exercise is reflect. You'll be doing some reflection throughout these steps and this exercise, but I really like to finish this up with reflecting. What life lesson did you learn this past year that you want to carry forward into the coming year? So that is something that I think is important. To do when also planning your goals and intentions. And it's a good time to do this kind of practice. So what is something that you learned this last year that you want to carry forward into the coming year? I know 2020 was interesting for all of us. So I would have to say the top 3 things or lessons learned that I want to carry forward into this new year are to give myself and my family grace, and really embrace the simple, everyday joys of life. Whether that's drinking a hot cup of tea or snuggling my kids before they go to bed at night. Whatever, little things that maybe I once took for granted, I want to enjoy them, and I learned to enjoy them more, just due to 2020. It was a crazy year, y'all. So I think that's 2 things. Something else that I want to also incorporate is just having, and I tell my kids, just the attitude of gratitude. That is something that can be really changing, life changing, to have that kind of mindset in your approach to life, having just gratefulness be a part of your practice, and your mindfulness throughout the day. It can really change your perspective for the good. So that is something else that I want to incorporate and continue to incorporate in this coming year. So yeah, so that is my kind of 4 steps to how I approach my goal setting, things I like to include in my New Year's goals and intentions. So that is about it for today. Tomorrow, day 2 of this 3-day workshop, I will be going over how to actually achieve your goals and mastering your to-do list. So I will hopefully see you tomorrow in day 2's training. Bye for now.